let me get into Tom Cruise real quick. You know, this was an inescapable conversation, but Top Gun 2 came out, right?
Yeah.
Before all of that, I'm hearing that Sellers was a little upset with Tom Cruise when he was on the ship. They called him an asshole and stuff like that. That's to be expected. I don't think Tom Cruise is not an asshole. You know what I'm saying? So I'm sure that he was like an asshole, and I don't even know what an asshole like. Is somebody an asshole because they don't want to take
a picture with him?
Take a fucking another photo, man. All right, don't take another fucking photo, man.
I just got here, homie.
Don't take no photos.
Okay.
Stop it.
Brother,
all of you motherfuckers, stop it, man.
Didn't want to sign an autograph, whatever the case may be.
Yeah. Do you think he has to? Do you think he
No, I don't. I don't think so. But I do think what I would have asked him to do, though, if he came on my ship, I asked him to give 15, 20 minminutes and put him a little table up to talk to people or sign autographs or something.
What are you going to talk to them about? Scientology?
I don't know.
I don't care about what Tom Cruise got to say.
Yeah, maybe to sign autographs, though. You know what I mean? To sign autographs or something. Set up a little table. You're right. He don't have. I mean, he can do what he want to do. He's Tom Cruise. I mean, he don't have to, sign any damn thing. You know what I mean? So. But
Tom Cruise is an actor who made some iconic movies. He's not somebody that I want to know more about. You know what I mean? Now, if the CNO was around or somebody like that was around, then I would probably, and I'm about to say some good things about Tom Cruise in a second, but I'm that kind of person. Like both things could be true, for me. I don't care nothing about Tom Cruise. It's not too many famous people that I want to talk to, get their autograph. I remember when John Krasinski came to the ship, and I really like John Krasinski a lot. Like everything he does, I like him in. I think he could have done a little bit. I think he could have fought a little harder in the Doctor Strange movie or whatever like that. But I liked him in The Office. I liked him in Quiet Place. I liked him in everything. But I didn't feel the need to stop working, whatever light bulb I was changing or my guys were changing, whatever 13-week report we was looking at. I didn't feel the need to take 2 hours on my day to try to get a picture with him or take his autograph. And that ain't a knock to nobody who did, you know what I'm saying? That's cool. But I just don't look at celebrities like that. It's nothing that Tom Cruise could do to disappoint me outside of if he disrespect my wife. You know what I'm saying? We got some problems, Tom. You know what I'm saying? We got some problems, man. You know what I'm saying? But I heard he went to a ship. He rubbed a lot of people the wrong way, which to me is to be expected because of what he did to that Mummy movie. You know what I mean? He went into that Mummy movie and changed the entire movie so they could Tom Cruise the movie out. And it the Mummy, that was a part of the AMC Monsters, that was the Universal Monsters, they were trying to create a universe, bro. With the Mummy, with the Wolfman, with all of that stuff. Mm-hmm. And then Tom Cruise was the first out the gate. That's why they had other characters in the movie, like Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. They had this whole thing like Marvel, but Tom Cruise did this Mummy movie, and then it just killed the whole universe. I didn't
even know that, man.
Yeah, bro. I never heard, because they was Angelina Jolie gonna have her. They had great Benicio del Toro, Angelina Jolie, Tom Cruise. They had this whole thing lined up, ready to go. Russell Crowe. And it don't really look like Russell Crowe rebounded from that. You know what I mean?
Having a kind of a hard time lately. I'm sorry.
But Tom Cruise messed the whole universe up because he pretty much came into, Tom Cruise is bigger than whatever movie he plays in.
Yeah.
And I think that's why he does well with his franchise movies. The new Mission Impossible previews look incredible, right? But I think he does well with the franchise movies because it's already a Tom Cruise movie. Because he came into The Mummy and that went from a horror movie to an action movie, I think. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't even watch it, but everything I saw had Indiana Jones, Uncharted kind of vibes where Tom Cruise was a hero or whatever.
Yeah.
But now it's time for fairness. This Top Gun movie, we joked about it a lot, right? We did joke about it. Bro, it's recruiters setting up shop outside of the. I saw pictures. It's recruiters. They got cups. They got pamphlets. They setting up shop, bro.
Hey, man. Hey, look. I don't know if this happened before when the first, Top Gun came out. He did that, but man, that shit is funny as shit, man. I saw the pictures too, man. I'm like, what? Are they serious right now?
I don't think it happened before. I don't think it happened before. I think that we know the Top Gun effect now. So we gonna run with it, bro. But it's like the command. Did your command have like a Top Gun screening or anything?
No.
My command did. Like the observers, like it was like, yo, we looking for 30 people, Top Gun to watch Top Gun.
Pretty cool, right?
It was like it wasn't like Tom Cruise was gonna be there. It's like, yo, I'm gonna just go to like a worse theater than like the IMAX that I might go see it or whatever the good theater is to go watch Top Gun. I'm gonna just go, I would the like I pick. Well, before I get into like watching Top Gun, this is the conversation that I wanted to kind of get off on. Then like we about to juice this shit. The Navy, we about to juice. Like if you look at the recruiting posters, they already got like the Top Gun logos.
Yeah, I know, right?
We've been waiting for this shit. You know what I mean?
Recruiters, man. Y'all going hard out there, recruiters, man.
We've been waiting for this moment, bro. And then I'm looking at Tom Cruise. Tom Cruise on a red carpet. He got fighter jets at the premiere. Like only Tom Cruise could do this, man. Only Tom Cruise could do this. He got fighter jets like at the premiere of his movie, man. Like people doing maintenance on him and everything. Like, he's flying jets. Like he could fly, man. He's like an expert pilot now.
See, who knows? He may be. Shit.
Yeah, he's
Tom Cruise, man.
He's an expert pilot.
You absolute bastard.
And then on top of this, he already like learned this movie's like 30 years. Like, well, the space between both movies like 30 years old. Tom Cruise learned how to fly, and then the cast had to learn how to fly. Like, so the scenes in the aircraft is them shooting them scenes. Like they flying, they're actually shooting those scenes, which I think is really super cool, right? But again, the Navy recruiting off we gonna milk this. I'm looking at Jamie Britt from E14, and she a recruiter. I'm seeing everything she's sharing, so it's a lot of Top Gun, stuff. Just coming out, and why not? You know what I'm saying?
Why not? Why not?
Why not?
You are already giving out $25,000 to $50,000. You might as well freaking. You know what I mean? Yeah. Put that on there too.
We had a post. where the post said on the PTSF page, it said something about Top Gun is the reason why we got so many disgruntled swoles out there right now. You know what I mean? Like, because everybody wanted to be. I worked at the academy, and then whenever I talk to an officer, I'm like, "Yo, what do you want to do?" I wanted to be a pilot. Why?
Everybody wanted to be a pilot.
I saw a Top Gun. I wanted to be a pilot. What I'll say is this new movie will most likely have the same effect. All right, so so we talked about that. We talked about the Navy. Were you anticipating to watch this movie? I don't think so. Huh?
I am going to watch it, but I ain't going to lie. I wasn't planning on watching it. I was going to wait till it come to either HBO, some kind of streaming. I was going to wait to watch it when it come on one of my streaming apps that I have. But I don't know, man. It depends on what you're finna say.
So first off, the like Rotten Tomatoes score and everything, it was like the audience gave it like a 99%. Rotten Tomatoes score, and then the critics gave it like a 97, and then it screened at the film fest, and it had a 6-minute standing ovation. So like all the reviews were like, all of the reviews was like, yo, whatever you expect out of this is better than your expectations, right? I'm reading reviews about like Tom Cruise saving cinema. I'm reading like it's like over the top, like kind of like reviews for this movie, right? I'm like, damn, that's like one of the best reviewed movies in a while. And then I thought it was cool because it wasn't Marvel. It's not Marvel. This is a big deal, and it's still. I'm a fan of the movie star. So and like the person that Tom Cruise, Top Gun. Like, I'm a fan of that still as well. Like, it ain't too many people. It's not too many actors that we have that's doing that. I think we just lost one, actually, recently. We probably just lost a movie star. But So I'm a fan of all that, but watching this be like the best reviewed movie that I've seen in a long time, like really over the top reviews. I'm like, yo, did Tom Cruise pay these dudes? This is just Top Gun, like, ain't it? You know what I mean? But it's like, damn, So
good, huh?
So that was good. So that was decent to see that too. And then I know that, on top of all that, I know that they had this movie, right? For a long time. They had this movie for a long time. This movie was done like 3 years ago or some shit, right? It was done for a while. And the streaming services were actually trying to get it. Amazon, different services were trying to get it, but they held out because they felt like they had something special. So they wasn't giving this movie to any, like for a while. It's like,
because COVID, right? Yeah, because of COVID thing.
COVID and everything else was going to streaming. Everything else was going to streaming. But I the Chris Nolan movie was like Tenet was like one of the few movies that didn't go to streaming during COVID. Chris Nolan was like testing the waters or whatever. But like Top Gun was like, no, we not. We wait until the theaters open up, and that's what we doing. So they held out. And I was like, I'm like, damn, like they being like real stern about holding out. I can understand why they did. And I understand why they wanted people to watch this. You should not watch this movie at home. Like, that's one thing I'll say. Like, do not watch Top Gun at home. Watch that shit in the theater, the biggest theater you could watch it in. I will say that. But let's all right. So I talked about the streaming services. We talked about military. It's another aspect of. So Tom Cruise. As a kid, I loved Tom Cruise, and like all of the movie stars. Like, there's not many Tom Cruise movies that I didn't like, from like Cocktail to like Mission Impossible's, like every single one of them. I still love every Mission Impossible movie he plays in. But I know that Tom Cruise is somebody that people have issues with, and stuff like that, like due to some of the things that happened with different places he's been in and people catering to him and stuff like that, right? I know all of that. And I believe Tom Cruise probably is a narcissist and probably is an asshole and all of that other stuff, right? But I can separate that from me wanting to watch a movie, right? Yeah. So, but the thing about Top Gun, I will say, I'm not going to say anything about Top Gun really, right? The movie. But I will say that before the movie starts, it's his ass. Like he's sitting in the theater, like, hey guys, it's me, Tom Cruise. Just put the movie on. I've seen this before with like Scorsese or Francis Ford Coppola, like when they like preserved the movie. So before they started, they like, hey, we want to, or like a movie that was like banned where the director is like, yo, I'm glad this movie finally seeing the light of day, but not like Top Gun. Like it's like, all right, we here, and right before the Top Gun movie starts, the Mission Impossible trailer drops, right? And it's crazy, looks great. But then you see Tom Cruise again, and you're like, oh shit, okay, Tom. And he like, yo, I'm happy we made this movie out of love and all of that. Enjoy it, and then the movie starts, and I'm like, yo, this dude is a narcissist, man. Like, he's like, that's just who Tom is. And I like Tom. I like Tom, and I know that he like a narcissist, and I know he probably like an asshole. But again, I don't want to hang out with Tom. I don't want to fly in the jet with Tom. None of that shit. Exactly. Yeah. But the movie is good, man. It's good. It's a really good movie. I damn near cried, man. Like I damn near cried. But it was like tears of like, it's like when you watch like a sport. Remember them old sports movies, man? Like Rudy or whatever. Like them old movies where it's like they back against the wall. Like, how they gonna get out of this? Then they like victorious or something. It was like that. Like, like Tom Cruise had you like on the edge of your seat or whatever. Yeah. And then you like in it, and we kind of knew the plot where it was like Tom Cruise was coming back to teach these other pilots. So, and I thought this was going to be like a Tom Cruise is like passing the torch kind of movie, and he not even going to be in it as much. And the other pilots, they going to shine. Yo, these other actors, they probably all had like at least 6 and at most like 18 lines a piece. Like this was a Tom Cruise movie, man. Like this wasn't like I really thought. I thought this was like, yo, all right, like remember Indiana Jones with Shia LaBeouf, like and Harrison Ford was like, all right, I'm gonna get his other. No, this was Tom Cruise. The movie revolved around his character. It was about him. It was good. It was good. It was really good. I'm not gonna talk about Val Kilmer. But I know the news came out. His daughter said she was proud of him for being in it because we know, he's dealing with a lot of health concerns, and he was in it. He was in it. Like he probably got the most important scene in the movie as far as the way the movie is driven. But I will say you should go see it as soon as you can. You're gonna leave out that movie pumped up. You're gonna leave out that movie feeling like the way you should. And it's no other movie that like has done that in a while. It feels like it's like what we love about movies, right? And that's what Top Gun was. Like what we love about non-Marvel, and I gotta say that, like, it's what we love about non-Marvel movies. If I feel like a kid again, it's like you get some of the vibes is like 80s vibes. This movie came out the first Top Gun came out like the year I was born. You know what I mean? But it's like, this was a good movie, man. This was a good movie. Tom Cruise is still a movie star. Tom Cruise is a damn superhero when it comes to Hollywood, in my opinion. Like he still has it. Like he still got it. He still got the wearing the glasses, the aviator shades, still taking his shirt off, still got the $1 million smile. I might be a couple thousand of Botox, added with that, but it's good though. It's good. Another Tom Cruise movie that I could say that I love, and that's all I'm looking for out of Tom Cruise.
Yeah.
I'm
most definitely gonna go check it out, man.
So that was like a mini kind of, but that's important. Top Gun is important. And then when you come back, we can maybe do like a real actual review. I know that probably felt like one, but when you come back, we could probably do a real actual review of
no doubt
that.